Destiny 2's The Final Shape.
Here we go!
The Final Shape expansion was awesome. I loved this expansion. I still love it. It's top 2, top 3 expansions in the 10 years of Destiny so far. The story, the campaign was probably the best narrative that they've had in Destiny's 10-year run. They had a lot of dialogue, a lot of cutscenes. It felt like a really good story. The way they concluded the campaign and leading it into the raid was well done. I don't know, everything. It's a great story. Characters kind of got wrapped up. The main three, like Zavala and Ikora and Cayde, kind of got their time in the limelight, and it felt like the things that we've seen in the last 10 years have been wrapped up. So the campaign was phenomenal. Their best campaign so far. The campaign didn't end with the final mission. It led into the raid, which I'm probably gonna do another episode on kind of like the world's first raid. Again, if you don't know, every raid that Destiny or Bungie releases in Destiny, there is a weekend event they do when it comes out called World's First Race to the Raid, or it's World's First Race and it's always with the raid. There's a lot of etiquette and a lot of things that happen in this expansion's World's First Race that I would want to delve deeper into. But that's the topic for another episode. The raid looked awesome. The final boss of the raid being the witness was really cool. He looked weird. Weird in a good way. Like, he's this all-powerful being that's attacking us, so he's just not gonna look like a normal human, something small and something that we can comprehend. He's so powerful that his final shape, get it, is just something like, yo, what the fuck? Makes sense. I like how they made him look. And then even beating him in the raid, it didn't end the story. It just unlocked the final mission of the story, which was a 12-person campaign mission. So meaning you had to play with 11 other people that would matchmake into this mission, and it's just this final assault on the witness. This was the best way to end the story, in my opinion, because the 11 guardians who are just popping supers, who have these awesome weapons, just causing utter chaos. And on top of that, they brought in all the factions that we've recently, you as in Guardians, that we've recently recruited. So like the first 5 to 6 years of Destiny, we've been fighting like certain alien races, and just recently in the last 2 or 3 years, 4 years, I guess, 6 years, around there. Don't quote me on the math. We've been slowly recruiting these factions into our kind of coalition, I guess I think it's what it's called, the coalition or something. And so seeing these different factions that we've been fighting for a long time and just recently recruited join us in this final assault, and they're not just like side NPCs that are just there to take up visual space. They're actually fighting and actually shooting their weapons and actually killing some of the enemies that are coming to attack you. And so seeing these different races come to help you, all to fight this common enemy, it kind of felt like what we did in the last 10 years kind of mattered in the story. Like, it wasn't just make peace with these races, with these people, with these factions that are trying to kill you, just so they're in the mission via radio, one-line dialogue saying, "Yeah, we're behind you. We're here to help." Now they're actively on the battlefield with you at the same time fighting. I think it's really cool. And then fighting the witness in the end. After that, having it just be the Guardians kind of made it a little more personal. It's like, hey, you fucked us up, we're gonna fuck you up. That was really awesome. And seeing the chaos of just 12 people fighting and killing or going against one person or one enemy was just felt good. It felt like the story that I've invested 10 years of my life was done justice. I don't know, it just made me feel powerful. I don't know. It's really hard to put it in the words other than just saying, like, it was a good ending. It felt like the story wrapped up nicely. and it made the final mission made you feel like everything you've done in the last 10 years, it all led to this. It wasn't just randomly like, oh yeah, we pulled another enemy out of their hat. No, it's like, we've known this for a long time, that it was going to come to this, and seeing it culminate in this mission was awesome. Fucking loved it. So if I were to rate this expansion, I mean, 9 out of 10. Don't want to give perfect 10 out of 10. Those are, I don't know, 9.5, as close to 10 as you can get. That's like my rating. Is it my favorite expansion? I should do a tier list on Destiny expansions maybe here soon. I can do one. No, I still think the best expansion is probably going to be like Taken King, the first official big expansion they had in that's year 2. So year 2 is my favorite expansion. Year 10 is probably going to be my second favorite. It's up there. It's really good, and it's hard to really find the negatives. I feel like they really nailed this expansion. They took their time and they cared for it, and the small details were really looked at before it came out. There's just not a lot of negative to this. I can't really the social space is really cool. Having the old traveler back, the new kind of planet to explore is really awesome. The Pale Heart being inside the traveler, everything looks really pretty. Everything looks really cool. The enemy variety is just awesome. You're not just fighting the same 1 or 2 enemy types over and over again. It's like every single enemy type in there, I think. The architecture, just like the ambiance, the feeling of being there is just, everything makes sense, everything fits, and everything just feels good. The story was great. It's just a fitting ending to the 10 years. And on top of that, they also, I think, did a good job kind of teasing us to the next things they want to do. And right now, we're in the Echo season, part 1, so we got new enemies and something new coming up. Haven't really played much of it. Gonna dive into that, so maybe expect more Destiny 2 episodes coming up soon. Alright, just a little housekeeping. These solo episodes, I'm trying to keep the recording itself between 10 and 15 minutes. So I'm at 10 minutes and 20 seconds, and there's some time I can cut out too, so it's gonna be shorter than that. So these solo episodes, they're 10 to 15 minutes recording, 9 to 13 minutes in length probably. So I really don't want to ramble as much as I would ramble normally and kind of go off on tangents when the normal flagship show is. We weren't able to record this week, so this is going to go up instead. I'm going to try to record these more often and have these banked in case, and they'll come out either when it's topical or I guess current. So like right now I'm gonna release this episode about the final shape just because it's coming out and it just came out. It's fresh on my mind, you know. But if I can bank enough of these solos, I can have these replace the weeks that we don't have normal recordings with the group. Let me know your thoughts. Dale, just give me some feedback if you'd rather these come out only in place of missed recordings, or if you want these to come out regularly. Another thing in general I wanted to bring up, this is just a hobby. This is just something I wanted to do and I wanted to try, and I like it. I'm having fun with it. I like talking into a microphone. I like kind of expressing my opinions on things that I have some passion for. This is fun. I enjoy it, and I want to keep doing it. I'm not going to stop doing it. I do want to make it clear, though. I've tried to make it a weekly show coming out every Thursday. Basically, the day we record, we'll release another episode. And since I've been editing on my own and just recording with Adrian Antonio when they're able to, I was only recording one episode a week and uploading it like that night. When we miss weeks, it kind of allows me to get a buffer, so that maybe we can stagger these release episodes. But sometimes the episodes are just not up to standard, I guess. There's some episodes we record, I'm just like, this wasn't it, man. This ain't it. And I kind of scrap them. So sometimes when I miss a week, it's usually, there's two reasons mainly. we were not all able to meet up, which is fine, and I tried to make these. But if these don't come out, it's typically because I haven't found time or haven't been able to finish editing these episodes, just because I do want to cut out a lot of the dead air. And sometimes we go on a tangent that leads to nowhere. Holy shit, my foot's asleep and it hurts. Oh my god. We go on tangents and it leads to nowhere, so I try to cut those out. And it does take time. I don't know how to edit audio projects, so I'm really slow at it. I still have to stop and look up what tools mean and some tricks and add music and stuff. I don't know. So I do want to start. Or I'll start. I will attempt to make these weekly episodes come out. But I do not want the expectation to be every week, purely because I am going to miss time. Like, I am going to miss episodes, and we're just not going to be able to do it. This is just a hobby after all. I'm only going to do it when I feel like it, / when I have the motivation to do it. This isn't a job. Well, not yet, at least. So this podcast is just going to turn into, until the football season starts, it's going to turn into upload when I can, and then not every week. But once the football season starts, and since football is one of my biggest passions, and I can talk about football for hours on end, then we can do a little bit more once a week, because I do want to get my opinions on football out before the week is over, like reacting to the Monday night games like how we used to do last year, where we record during the Monday night games so you can hear our opinions as the game goes on, although you're listening to it after the game's over, so it doesn't matter. But that's when we'll go back to the weekly. But as of right now, it's probably just going to be upload when I have the motivation and time to do it. Alright, just wanted to get that out there so we're all on the same page. I'm hitting the 15-minute mark, so that'll do it for, I guess, this week of the Sports Morts. It's not the Sports Morts podcast. This is the Here We Go podcast under the Sports Morts umbrella. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week. I can't say tune in next week anymore because I just said it's not guaranteed next week. Turn on notifications wherever, if you can get these notifications. Turn on auto downloads on Spotify if you're able to download podcasts. That way you'll never miss when we do end up uploading an episode. Like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter @SportsSmart. And until next time, I'll see you.